Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. um, I'm gonna show up. No matter what, gonna show up. But anyway, hello. I'm out on our rooftop patio this morning to show you what it looks like in Puerto Vallarta, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it looks a little different than what I did yesterday, so that's a positive.
hmm So it's still a bit of a smell to the air. But for people that don't watch the news and that don't know that I live in Puerto Vallarta, there were some events yesterday, and I'm not sure what the news is showing where you are, but it was a big, intense day here. And today is a very quiet day as we continue lockdowns for the most part. There's a little bit of activity going on, but I think hopefully by tomorrow we'll be back to normal.
Good.
And this is what it looks like. See, very peaceful. The fact that we can hear the birds feels like a big deal. Because usually
Mhm.
there's Mexicans are not known for being quiet. It's like there's always parades, there's fireworks, there's things going on, and so having it quiet like this is kind of weird, eerie.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad to see that you guys are safe and that things are calming down, and hopefully, the worst is behind for right now.
Yes, that is what we are hoping. So we are safe and just a little stressed,
Yeah,
as you might imagine.
yeah, but your electricity's holding on, your internet's holding on, you've got food for another day or so.
And we have internet.
Yes, and you got friends nearby.
hmm We sure do. So, Heather's doing a lot of the heavy lifting today on the updates because my brain has been elsewhere, but we're going to get through it and talk about what's going on at Disney World. But
Yeah.
yes, I am okay, and this town will be okay as well. Okay. All right. And I'm going to be recording on Patreon today to give a more detailed update about things because so many people have asked.
Yeah.
So, all right. Would you like to talk about some Disney World stuff?
Sure. Wanna start with some news?
What's going on in Disney World news?
Well, there was a little bit that happened last week after we recorded our last live on Thursday, and one of those things, was that some permits have been filed that indicate that several of those kiosks that are along the area formerly known as Rivers of America, that those are being possibly removed for construction for the new Pistons Peak area. So, there's one that is it's like Big Al's, and it's the one that's showing right now on the screen, and that's for merch. There's a churro one, and then there's like another one that's just um, miscellaneous items, I think.
I love that we have videos of these random kiosks. What the heck?
I know. When I was looking for pictures and stuff to do for not only for this, but also for the newsletter that goes out later today, um, I did a deep dive into all of our old Frontierland stuff with the big realization we're going to need to get lots of new pictures soon with all the new stuff that's come into the parks.
Yes. Well done. We have videos of the thing that we're talking about today.
Yay.
So those have been removed. Okay.
Yep. So look for those to possibly be going away sometime in the future.
Okay. What else?
In other news, it's cold again.
Cold in Florida. It had a pocket of nice,
Yep.
and now it is back to cold.
Back to being cold, and because of that, Blizzard Beach is closed today and tomorrow. I feel like the whole Festival of the Arts, today's its last day. It did not have the best season this year, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I would say this is the coldest winter I can recall in
Mhm,
our time of doing Disney World, about 20 years.
mhm.
I don't remember. I mean, there's always like days here and there, and you and I have
Sure.
certainly shivered under a blanket at a Festival of the Arts show, but usually it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's usually pretty nice. In fact, the weather was so disappointing that Ginny was supposed to go yesterday because she wanted to hit the festival one last time, and she changed her flights to go ahead and fly out Tuesday just in time for the race weekend stuff. So it is been kind of a disappointment for Festival of the Arts. Hopefully, that didn't transcribe into the artists and stuff missing out. sales, but I would not be surprised if they did.
Mhm.
Um, this other piece of news, it's not really news, it just tickles me because I don't know why I'm just thinking about the dollar amounts. But the Four Seasons Resort Orlando was sold for $1.1 billion dollars.
Yeah, that is nuts. I can't so I saw that the Four Seasons Resort had been sold, so to a different company, it's not gonna be called
Mhm.
Four Seasons?
No, I think it's gonna be still be called the Four Seasons, and it's packaged with one, it
Vegas? It was
I can't remember.
another
Yeah,
location.
it was like it was 2 of them together. The one that's actually in Orlando, I think, was valued at 750,000,000. Another stat I saw that I thought was interesting was the average nightly room rate being over $1,200 a night.
Mhm.
It's definitely a valuable resort. The I think it's got, like, some apartments or condos or something. That development piece was not sold. It's just the resort. Things aren't gonna change. It's just still gonna be the Four Seasons. Just new people are gonna be owning it.
Mm. So interesting. That dollar amount is crazy. We have a lot of people that have joined, so welcome. We are
Yeah,
doing this week ahead at Disney World, and I happen to live in Puerto Vallarta, so that's what you're seeing behind us.
yeah. Um, Other news, which of course is going to be close to my heart, we have 2 pieces of Run Disney news that came out this week. The first is that the springtime surprise medals were revealed, and I have never been more excited about medals in my entire life. Look at these things.
They are very cute.
Can you tell the theme, Shannon, by looking at the medals?
Um, this is my favorite.
Isn't it adorable?
Duos?
It's friends.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, so the
All
medal
joy and
I
sadness.
know, I love these so much. They are adorable, they're cute.
They are so cute.
Yeah.
And that's why you do it, right?
Yes. Yeah, I have a my medals are back behind me on a wall, so I like to be able to look at them. They're just freaking adorable. So those were revealed, and then this morning,
Mhm.
we got the themes for the Walt Disney World Marathon.
Yes. So that's fun. What is that theme?
The theme this year, because it's an anniversary one for I think for the half, the marathon weekend is always the original, it's the Fab 4 characters or Fab 5. Um, so it's always got, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Pluto. But this year, because it's the anniversary of, I think, the half, everything has a touch of Donald in it.
Okay, so it says watch the feathers fly,
Mhm.
which is cute. He pokes his beak into every race. Oh,
So Pluto has collar, they've got their
the head.
sweatbands.
Yep. And then Donald and Daisy
Mhm.
for the half. And then Mickey and Minnie are in the Donald gear.
And then that's for the Goofy, so he's got his shirt. The only one that isn't explicitly, and I think people are happy, they were a little bit worried, is that it doesn't appear that Dopey is gonna be changed dramatically. A lot of people who do the Dopey go into it for the
The Dopey.
Dopey. Yeah, they want, like, the Dopey to look like the Dopey. So that medal and probably shirt, they don't look like they're gonna be majorly impacted, aside from maybe, like, the lettering, um, of the rest of the theme for that particular challenge. So,
Yeah. Well, that's adorable.
yeah, all very good. For people who are interested, that the Disney World Marathon, the registration for that is the next one that's coming up, and it's not too far away. That happens on March 17th. So, set your alarms now, put it on your calendar, take the day off work if you're interested in doing it, because you will need at least a couple hours in the morning to dedicate probably to securing that registration.
Mhm.
Let this be my formal request for a couple hours off on that morning.
Mhm. Okay.
And then last thing, I don't know if your social media was flooded with it, Shannon, but mine sure was. And that was Disney Weddings invited a bunch of influencers down.
It was, and I have thoughts. I
Mm,
have thoughts.
mhm. Um, they had there it was their 35th anniversary, lots of gowns. And the thing that I liked about it though was I think it was on their final night, they had Jordan Fisher and Angie Kay there. to sing Happily Ever After, like at 1:30 in the morning or whatever time this was when they were doing this little soiree at Magic Kingdom. And they were there to sing live. So that was pretty special.
Yeah, I knew something was up because I follow Angie K, who just got either engaged or married to her wife and who gets
Hmm.
to have her own happily ever after. And so I was like, wait, they don't bring her out that often.
Hmm.
And they bring Jordan out. And so I was thrilled to see them both there. But here's my beef.
Okay.
The the people they invite for the Disney weddings people aren't Disney people usually.
Mm-mm.
And most of them didn't understand how special this was.
I yes, I think there were a few that really got it, like people who were little hardcore Disney fans. But there
Yes,
were
a
definitely
few.
some who
Yes.
were just more on the influencer
Mhm.
world and not necessarily or like influencer fashion or wedding influencer versus Disney influencer.
Yeah, and I feel like it's the Disney fans who can really,
Yeah.
understand how special that was, but obviously a great, show by Disney to impress people.
Hmm.
They had a whole runway right there on Main Street and these
Doing
pretty
a fashion
dress.
show.
Yes. They didn't invite us, Heather, because it took place at 1:30 in the morning.
They knew that we wouldn't be able to stay awake.
They were like, "They are not gonna be up at 1:30 AM."
Mm-mm. No, not us. Oh, although in just a few days I will be up at 2:30
Well,
a.m.
you're waking up.
Yeah,
That's
to
that's a different thing.
to go. Okay. So that kind of wraps up the news pieces.
Okay. What else are we talking about today? You tell me.
Okay. Well, I've already mentioned it, but today is the final day for Festival of the Arts. So if you didn't
Mhm.
get out there to see it in your local, and you can handle the cold, I would head out there and check that out. The other thing is the big news of the week is that the Princess Half Marathon kicks off this week. So the expo starts on Thursday, 5K on Friday, 10K on Saturday, half marathon on Sunday.
What you know about that?
Nothing other than I'm very excited and I'll be heading down that way Wednesday after work. So um, I will be there for the expo Thursday. I'm not doing the 5K, but I am doing the 10K and the half marathon that weekend.
Did
Um,
you not want to do the 5K or were you not able to get in?
Um, Originally, I just didn't think that much. Like I was like, "Oh, I don't need to do it because I'm doing the challenge."
Mhm.
And then I had regrets. So this coming up race season, like I just registered for Food and Wine, I am trying to do a perfect season. I'm trying to do them all. So watch my bank account suffer is what I'm
Perfect
saying.
season feels like a loaded phrase.
Yes. Well, and to be fair, it's a lot easier now because there's no Disneyland races.
Mhm.
So it's way more manageable. I'm sad that there's no more Disneyland races, but it does make it a little bit more attainable to be able to knock those out. Uh, I am sad because I really liked that medal. I think the 5K is Merida, and it was
Mhm.
really pretty. And the medals for the princess look like stained glass.
Mhm.
They're kind of see through with the princesses on the front. So I will have to be satisfied with the 10K half and then the challenge medal this time.
Mhm.
Um, if you're going to be there in the parks, though, if you're heading to Disney World this weekend or you're going to be around, just know that whenever there's a Run Disney race, there are road closures. They tend to start sometime around 2:30, 3:30 in the morning. The roads start getting closed. This is especially true if you're heading towards Epcot or Magic Kingdom, and especially on Sunday. The other thing is that Epcot will open late then on on Sunday. So it opens 1 hour later. So early entry is at 9:30 and uh, official park opening is at 10.
Mhm. Got it.
So that's that. And then crowds this week overall probably going to remain elevated. There's not a huge dip between last week and this week. There will be some of a dip. You just may not be able to feel it as much. Like prices are a little bit better, availability is a little bit better, but it's not a dramatic as if we were, for example, dropping down to like if it was yellow or green. So just something to be aware of.
Yeah, it is last week that we were really warning people about, but it's
Mhm.
still gonna be pretty busy.
Yep, it's still busy this week.
Yes. And we sit at home and watch those, reports coming in from the crowds, and we're like,
Mhm.
"Yep, yep,
Mhm.
yep." Hopefully, if you were watching this and you were there, you managed it.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. And then the final thing, conservation station, Rafiki's Planet Watch, affection section are now closed temporarily. They will reopen with Bluey later this summer when Bluey and Bingo make their appearance. And the animation experience is permanently closed with a rehashed version of it ending up over in Hollywood Studios sometime later this summer as well.
Mhm.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the news of this week.
Yeah, I almost did that in Shannon speed. Did you notice?
You're being influenced.
I am to speak really fast.
I do love going through things quickly. I have to tell myself to stop and talk about other things along the way because it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
Life is a checklist to me. What's next? What's next? What's next?
Cross it off.
Well,
Cross it off.
turns out people like to hear commentary.
What?
Oh, I know it's crazy. So, okay. If there's nothing else, we can go to some comments. Lots of sweet words. Hi, Jessica. So glad to see you're okay. Glad to see the sunshine. Yes. We are here. And good morning, Dale. And watching from Connecticut in the blizzard. I'm glad to see you're okay. It is really trippy to see so much of the weather reports from the Northeast.
Yeah.
Thinking about you all, and also you are the type of people that Disney expects to see traveling this time of year because escaping the cold.
Yeah.
And in fact, a lot of the trip reports that I record this time of year are people that leave cold, go to Disney World. Sometimes it's cold in Disney World, and then fly home to the snow.
Yeah.
So that is good. I also wanted to talk about we're doing planning sessions in the month of March.
Hmm.
Heather and I are doing some planning sessions because people ask us if we can help plan their trips, and we always say no because that's just not something that we normally do. But for March, we decided to do it. It's a limited time only, and you can come and do that with us if you'd like.
Yeah.
We're doing a couple of sessions. We're offering a couple of times a day for that. And so if you want to have your own personal Q&A and talk about, the specifics of your trip, because when we do Q&As that are public, it's very general.
Hmm.
And we just, like to be able to share it publicly so everyone benefits, but that doesn't always work for everyone.
Mm-mm.
So I'm going to link to that in the comments. Book a planning session with us, and maybe we'll talk to some of you there.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else, Miss Thomas?
I I don't think so. I think pretty quiet weekend. Kind of a busy week ahead, at least for me, trying to get some stuff knocked out before heading down to the parks to run. But I guess we will take a look at what happens between now and tomorrow. Maybe we'll have something really fun and exciting to share tomorrow.
Yes, we'll see if Disney pulls through on making any announcements.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We will be back next week. Thanks for joining us today.
Bye.